Death da. How we knacking? Welcome to podcast number 171. Well, I don't know where to start really. It's been a manic week. It really has. It happens every year. Just as you get near to Christmas, things always get busy, and it's always a tragic time of year. I know I've said this before. We had it in our family. My nan died on Christmas Eve. Funeral was on New Year's Eve. And you just remember it every year, and you feel so sorry for families that lose someone at this time of year. And also, there's such delays as well, because obviously coming up now, registrars are shut, crematoria are shut. So funerals, well, it could be an extra week, 10 days to what it normally is. So I don't know if we can come or going at the minute, really. Since I spoke to you last week, we did go last Friday to a church that we don't go to that often really in Bodmin, the Seventh-day Adventist Church. But we had a lovely service in there, and that was for Len. And Len, he was, I think, 6 months short of being 100. Come from a large family, Cornish family, locally here. And yeah, we did have a lovely service there. And then we had the burial at St. Wen. And I will put some videos up. I did take a couple of videos of St. Wen. So I will do that. And then we was out Friday night, out Saturday night, actually. We was at St. Stephen's. Is it the Queen's Head there? Lovely pub. It was our mate Alan Roberts. He had his little Christmas do there. And we had a brilliant evening. Really did. I had to leave a little early. I think it was about 10:30 because we did have a call and I was on call, so I had to come back. But thank you, Alan. That was a proper job. It really was. Then on to this week, and it didn't start very well for me, really. I can't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday morning, out running with the dogs, 6:30 in the morning. I had my head torch on, but I didn't notice this very thick, short branch when I was running back. And I blimmin' sprained my ankle again. 'Tis always that right ankle. I've got such a weakness there. And this was a bad one. I could tell it was because it was further up my leg it went. So I was in quite a bit of pain, really. And I haven't been able to run all week. It's that bad. Although I haven't said that. I think this week I've been up early every morning anyway, pretty much, because we've had funerals at the crematorium really early, either 9 o'clock or 9:30. So I would have been pushed to squeeze it in anyway. But I did feel a bit sorry for myself, but I tell you what, that just paled into insignificance really when an old schoolmate of mine, him and his missus, brilliant runners, and he came to tell us, I think it was Tuesday, the tragic news that his wife had passed away while she was out running. And yeah, we'll talk about it more in the future, but thoughts are with you, Matt, and all your family. But it did put my little sprain definitely into perspective. One of the funerals we did have on Monday was Sylvia's funeral. Now, Sylvia was a Bray, married a Bray, and of course a lot of people thought that was a relative of ours, and as far as I know, I don't think it was. I mean, they only live, they live 3 miles up the road. She only lives a mile up the road now from us, but so it's very close. I don't think we were actually related. But having said that, we had a lovely crowd, and I think there were 7 of my relatives there, but they was all from mother's side, which was strange, really. But obviously the Bray, it would have been father's side. But yeah, all went well there. And then Sandy's funeral, I did put a photo on our Facebook page and that of the oars, because he was a member of Rock Rowing Club, and they did a brilliant guard of honour. And then while we were in the chapel, they laid their oars down on the grass. So I did take a little photo there, just to mark, what a lovely guard of honour they did. Wednesday morning, we did manage to have, it was about an hour off, because it was Jesse, our oldest grandson's nativity play up at the primary school. So we did manage to get up to watch that, which was fantastic. You still don't get no rest, really, because we got this phone system at work where we got 3 phone lines coming in, and to sod's law, you're on the line and then the other line goes. And if there are in three of you in the office and they don't answer the phone within a few rings, it comes through to me mobile. So I'm sat there watching Jesse's play, and then my phone starts vibrating, and this is a nursing home trying to call us. So I have to, luckily, there weren't any people sat too close to me, so I could discreetly just text back to the office to tell them what they needed to do. But you never get a whole free hour, really. But it was a lovely play. It was really good. Other funerals we have conducted, obviously Tim, you would have seen that one on our announcements, and Margaret's, which was a really intimate affair up at St. Tudy. And again, I did do a video, which I will put on, I haven't done it yet, just looking up the tower with St. Piran's flag was flying proudly at the top of the church tower, which was a lovely sight to see. We have also been out in the night again a little bit, the last week, just after midnight, I think we had a call one day. So we've had 2 or 3 night calls as well. And I must admit, the variety of funerals we have had this week has been really noticeable. From the 8:30 service, I think we've only did one of those this week, just looking, at the crematorium with no one there. And then at 9 o'clock, where we were allowed again up to 10, 12, 15 people at the most sort of thing. We had a lovely little 9:30 service for Tim earlier on the week. And then it goes from there, services at the crematorium. We had Robert's service in our chapel with the wake upstairs. So it's been a real variety. No 2 days are ever the same. Today was another sad day. An old biking mate of mine, we had his funeral, which was Simon. You would have seen it on our Facebook and website, because Simon, he had been poorly, terribly poorly, and dear of him, he came in to arrange his mum's funeral, and you would have seen, say, on our posts that sadly we had to postpone his mum's funeral because he passed away before it happened. So today we had a double funeral. We had our 2 hearses there, with his mum, Sylvia, and with Simon. And it was lovely, really. I mean, Simon was very big in the Army Cadets, instructor and everything. So there was a lovely turnout there from them. We had motorbikes leading the way. I've just put on now, actually, there was a lovely floral tribute of a Harley Davidson. So I'm sure you would have loved it. Really am. So I say that's just a quick look back over me last week with a few of the funerals that we have conducted. But we'll now go to part 3 of Margaret. And it's been lovely. The people I've been talking to that have said it brought back memories, Wadebridge, Camelford and that, which we'll have a bit again today. And I know you'll love this. This is my final part with Margaret. So I'll hand over to her now, and then I'll speak to her directly. So here it is. Being so close to the church, did you have to go to church on a Sunday or no then, back then?
Well, my grandfather was sexton down there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. My father and my uncle dug all the graves.
Yeah.
Dug all the graves. They was like down there and done all that.
Yeah.
So we've always been involved in the church, Christmas, Harvest Festival and all those things. Us kids like Leighton, do you know Leighton Salter?
Yeah.
Well, he's the only cousin I've got, you see, only first cousin I've got. Yeah. And Tony Stevens, Tony is a second cousin.
Yeah.
And we was always, all the families were down here decorating, and us kids was down there as well.
Yeah.
Out in the church hall, running around in the dark. Oh. And then always came up to Granny's, which was when Granny and Grandpa moved down there, always came up there for supper.
Yeah, brilliant.
And oh yes, we've always been involved with the church.
Yeah.
And then after, like my sister, she took on really as well down here. She was very involved. Mary Pierce was the church warden. Yeah. Well, now she's retired, but she still works tremendously for it.
Yeah.
But our Sue is doing a lot as well.
Oh, right.
She won't take on the church warden because, our 3 grandchildren are in Exeter. And of course, they still need her to go up sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
And she won't take on the responsibility.
No.
My gosh, she's doing loads down there. But, we all mess in and do it.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday week, you've never been up to that, Johnny Cowler?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, there was a lovely evening.
Yeah.
Lovely
He's
evening.
brilliant. Isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your Flower Festival, you've done that. I mean, we always organise that.
Yeah.
I'll be next year.
Yeah.
And we got Johnny Cowler next, or Sunday week. And then on the 14th, we got a carol service outside. If the weather's good, with a wood, with a fire.
Yeah.
And we have 8:30 mass. We don't have midnight mass because Vicar, obviously, she's got 5 churches.
Yeah.
To get around.
Yeah.
And that. So, yeah. But when I came back up here to Livesey, I stayed down Fish Up for so long.
Yeah.
And then I went to work for Tony Warden. No, Tony.
Tony Warden.
In the coffee, she had the coffee shop in there.
Yeah.
I went to work for her.
Right.
But I don't know. And then, I think that was after. Then I moved up here, moved in, well, I lived here then. I went in Camelford to work for John Bristow. John and Sharon.
Really?
Sharon Haynes.
Yes.
They got married. He was a milkman first, and then he took on the fish and chip shop, and I went to work for them.
There.
I worked for them for, I don't know how many years, a lot of years.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they sold and went up country. And then when they came back, they moved down past them, didn't they? And down Way Bridge.
Yeah.
And had the cattery and that.
Yeah, that's right.
No, and we lost Sharon.
Yeah.
Which was
it was sad.
awful.
So
sad. That was, Your Place or Mine was what they called it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, John's still down Way Bridge.
Yeah, that's
John's
right.
over Excel, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Brilliant. Another brilliant boss.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Then I went down to work up at County Court.
Yeah.
Worked for Jenny Milne.
Oh, yeah.
To begin with. I don't know what the man was called that owned it all.
Yeah.
But they went back from down, they used to have a place down Allen Valley here, Jenny and them.
Yeah.
Like a craft place. Then they moved back and they opened that up there. That was another, there was Payton's Pantry at the top.
Oh, yes.
Then we had the big craft shop.
Yeah.
And then we had the lower shop now, which I think is a dress shop now. And in between us was the Doll's House shop.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then Anne took over that, Anne Mitchell.
That's right, yeah.
And I worked there until they closed, I think. Yeah, they closed. And then I went up to work for the Godfreys up St. Hugh.
Yeah.
Worked in the fuel petrol station. I worked there for 10 years.
Did you really?
Yeah.
God, I didn't realise it was.
They were lovely, lovely. They were lovely people. I seem to have always worked for nice people.
Exactly.
The Godfreys were lovely.
Yeah.
Christian and that. I think after that, I haven't worked since. That was my last job, was done with the Godfreys.
Yeah. So what do you do spare time now then?
Involved in, when Ron went to London, we had to go to London for his bypass, and we went up 3 times. Twice we were sent home, cancelled and sent home.
Oh, no.
The third time, it was a Saturday night, I think we went in, and when they came to see him, and he said, "I'm sorry, but your operation is cancelled." And I said, "And I'm sorry, we are not going home." He said, "No, you're not.
Oh, right.
You're staying here."
Right.
He said, "And hopefully by Tuesday, we will be doing it."
Yeah.
So I stayed in the Royal London. I stayed in like the place for people, like us. It was people in there.
Yeah.
And you stayed in you had to stay in the hospital, didn't he? Like he said, he was afraid to get off his bed.
Well,
because if he got off his bed, he was afraid someone would take him.
Yeah, yeah.
And when he had his operation, the day he had his operation, Jenny, I don't know whether you know Jenny Rowe from Camelford. Her father was Carol at Beryl Road.
Right, okay.
And Jenny was into big time in, what was she, Rowe?
Oh, she carried the mace, didn't she?
Yeah.
On one
right.
occasion, and she was well informed.
She worked for the Chancellor.
Yeah.
And that. And on the day of Ron's operation, she said, "I'm going to send somebody to pick you up and bring you over to us." And she said, then you go back later. So I was downstairs, and in come the Lord Chancellor's chauffeur. Picked me up, took me back to the Commons, I think it was, yeah. And Oh, to get in was unbelievable. They checked this, they checked that, tire, everything.
Yeah.
Took me in there, and then I went they took me up to Jenny, and then Jenny had organised me for a tour.
Oh, brilliant.
It's Parliament and all that
Yeah.
there. I had a man with me, took me everywhere. I mean, it was lovely.
Oh.
And then when I came back, she said, right, now we're going out for lunch. But we went right downstairs, and you could sit out, if you see the Thames, you could sit out on there and have lunch.
Good.
And then the chauffeur took me back to him, and I mean, he was still out, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, bedtime come, just gone to bed, phone call. Please, will Margaret come over to the hospital? And you weren't allowed to cross from where you stayed to the hospital unless somebody went with you.
Right.
At night, you weren't allowed to go alone. So that the other lady that was there, she said, I'm coming with you. Well, I was a woman, see, I was walking, went over, went in. He was in intensive care. And I walked into intensive care. I'd never been in anything like that. My legs went.
Oh,
I was gone because he was in such a state. He'd had a fit. You'd had someone, didn't you? He'd had someone.
Oh, dear, I was out of it.
Yeah.
He'd had someone, and they wanted to know if he'd had it before or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was frightening, I tell you.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of an experience of going up to London for that. And then we came home, didn't we? But when we left up there, I mean, again, they were very good. But honestly, David, in the entrance to the hospital at night, you could barely get in there.
Oh.
All the down and outs in there sleeping.
Oh, get away.
Oh, terrible it was. But I mean, I think that's probably not like it now, but it was shocking then. And I said to them, I'm going to go home and we're going to do a coffee morning or something and raise some money. But I said, I'm not going to send it up to you. I said, because we need this in Derryford.
Yeah.
And they agreed. They said, yes, you do.
Yeah.
And so we came back, and all of us, the family, Angela, David, so all got together, Joan and Sid, and we had a day. We had a coffee morning, and we went through into the afternoon, and then in the early evening we had a disco for the children, and we raised £1,000 in a day. I mean, that was a lot of money.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
I mean, that's 30 odd years, ago.
Yeah.
And so then we got involved. It was Hartswell
I remember.
at Plymouth.
Yeah.
And we worked for them. We formed a committee then.
Yeah.
And we worked for them. And I think when we came to the end of that time, we'd sent up 250,000.
Fantastic.
And then the people that was there when we were there, the lady that started it, she died and, gone on to other people.
Yeah.
And now we're the Friends of Cardiology.
Yeah.
And we work for Derryford and Truro.
Oh, beautiful.
So the money goes to each.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Dave, it's unbelievable what we have sent, what they've had.
Brilliant.
People are wonderful. We have Johnny Cowan in February at Owood. That's for that. We've had a craft show now. We've just had a wish drive.
Yeah, brilliant.
We do ever so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people are so generous with us.
Yeah.
So we now, and Plymouth and Truro, the people that we take the money to are lovely, lovely people.
Yeah, brilliant.
But you've still got to go to Plymouth for your bypass, but it's better than, I don't know whether Truro will get it ever.
No.
But, so we work for them now.
Brilliant.
And I see at Plymouth that what was Hartswell is now a hospital hotel, whereas originally, it was just for heart patients.
Exactly, yeah.
But they did at times have cancer patients over that they had room for. They would have them over there if they was having treatment or anything, Yeah. But we're doing all right with this.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, we are. We're doing all right. But experience in London was, I tell you, who was over in the other hospital was Bernard Moore.
Oh, Bernard.
So when Ron was cancelled, we went over to see him, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there he was over there. And Ron was in the Royal London. Where I can't remember what he was in.
Sorry?
Can't remember which hospital Bernard was in.
No. I know how to get there.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Because it wasn't far away. I walked there.
Yeah.
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 And it was lovely. kids all come up to see. And of course,
Yeah.
Jenny living in London, she used to
Yeah.
come over when she left work
Yeah.
and see him. But Deb and Diane, they come up, and
Oh,
Jonathan.
Diane drove up there.
Yeah,
didn't she?
Diane drove. Yeah, and then Jonathan, and they come up, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it was a lovely hospital, wasn't it? They were good as gold, and where you stayed was really, really nice,
Yeah.
you know. And of course, I still hear, well, there's only one left now, but I still hear from one lady at Christmas.
Oh, really?
Even now, yeah. The other two that I was friendly with, they've died.
Yeah.
But I do still hear from the one lady, and the place to stay was really lovely. But I mean, Horswell in Plymouth is lovely accommodation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Plymouth's always okay, you know.
Yeah.
But she won't go to Truro more now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure if there's anything serious, they would send me and send patients to Plymouth.
Yeah.
Because they don't do it down through this
No.
anyway. So.
No. No.
You must have always he's got to go back and have you
Well, I
back
had
to
the second home and art in Plymouth.
yeah.
It's marvellous what they do.
No, they're good as gold. But both hospitals are good as gold, aren't they?
Yeah.
We can't complain at all.
No.
Really. Yeah.
So you like it up here?
Yeah, I mean, when we came here, there was no golf course or
No.
anything.
Oh,
so-
of course. No.
You go out there, see him on the golf course.
Golf course,
You
yeah.
get the window there. You
Yeah.
went on the golf course.
Yeah.
And, well, I worked with your father-in-law up Fowdry Court.
Oh,
He
yeah.
used to work up there.
Yeah, that's
See?
right.
That's how
yeah.
I knew David and
Yeah.
what's it called?
Val.
Val.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I knew the girls,
Yeah.
you know, Beth and
Yeah,
all they
that's
as
right,
well.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we came back up here, the golf course wasn't built, see, was it?
No.
We had the
That was Plough Field out here.
that was
Yeah.
yeah.
Plough Field, the corn and
Yeah.
whatever.
That belonged to Ruse's then, didn't it? Ronnie Ruse and them over
yeah.
Elston.
Yeah.
Well, then Rossi bought it all.
Yeah.
And then we had having the golf course built was quite a, was them time here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, that's everything that was being done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one, I think that, I don't know how many years after we was here. It was before your
Well, we came
bypass,
up in
wasn't it?
87.
Yeah,
The golf course was opened in 92.
yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah.
it was, took a while to build,
Yeah.
the golf course did. It was all good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But, like I say, working down with Beth was,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's a
Good
doll.
times.
She's a doll,
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really is. And of course, Mrs. Keane lived up for you, didn't she? Up Glen Road. Jenny
Yeah.
lived up
That's
Glen Road.
right. Yeah, they was up there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to, because when I used to go back down Jenny's,
Yeah.
I used to go there, well, I used to go Glen Road a lot. It was Granny Hill lived up there.
All right. Yeah.
You know, her granny, was it?
Her
Was it
gran-
Jenny's granny? Yeah, Granny Hill. I
Crikey.
took her out for the day. Jenny didn't want to go, I don't think, so I went with her on a bus thing down to Truro. We was going down on a boat down there. Well, we didn't get down there. We spent the day up in hospital.
Oh no.
She was took me ill.
Oh no.
Come home in the evening. I said, well, today I've been spent out in Truro Hospital. Not well, Twin List then.
No.
Obviously,
No.
Yeah, she lived up there. And I mean, she, Derek and all lived up here. Derek Cook and they
That's
were,
right.
They
Yeah.
were from here.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, football, when we was evenings and when we had the kids tiny, we used to go right over from football over to Royal Maureen Radford, over Tower
yeah.
Hill.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Put David in the bed and put
Yeah.
Jonathan in the carry cot then.
Oh, brilliant.
And then for an hour or two, and then we'd go home. And I said, it's only over West Park, see,
Yeah.
so we were very far. Yeah, but Royal Maureen were lovely. But you've carried on from Dad, and, you know, you're so much like your dad, aren't you, that I think you've carried on exactly
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
he was a darling too.
Yeah.
He really was. He used to come in fish up.
Yeah.
Everybody used to come in fish.
Yeah. It was so popular, wasn't it?
It was a big popular place.
Yeah.
Not been the same again. That hasn't been the same
No,
since, have
no.
it? Of course, now all the Langs are gone, see, aren't they?
Mhm. So thank you, Margaret. That was brilliant. I will come again because I got to shoot off in a minute. But if you'd like to say goodbye to the world.
Yeah. Well, it's been very nice, and thank you, and goodbye, and I'll see you all soon.
Proper job. Thank you, mate. Lovely. Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Margaret. That was brilliant. Absolutely proper.
So I think for me, Cornish word of the week, you know what it's going to be because we're getting close to Christmas. And that is Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas, Nadelik Lowen, which is Christmas happy back to front, but Nadelik Lowen. Actually, I might chuck a bonus one in. If you wanted Christmas Eve, it's Nos Nadelik. Nos Nadelik. And for me, dialect of the week, we was out with our old mate, Steve Burrows, on Saturday night at Owls Do, and I had a lovely yarn with him. And we were talking about something or how dark it was, how pitch black it was. And he come out with a lovely bit of dialect. 'Tis as dark as a shaft. Dark as a shaft, which is obviously a mining shaft kind of thing. And I hadn't heard that one before. And obviously, if you listened to the podcast the last few weeks, you would have known that Steve did go down in the mines. So that's what it is going to be for this week. Dark as a shaft. Right. Well, I think by this time next week, Christmas will be in full swing. I will try and do one next week. I don't know when I'll fit it in, but I do wish you a happy, Merry Christmas. And I hope you have a good Christmas, a peaceful one. And then I will speak to you sometime next week. So, Nadelik Lowen, wish you well, do Guinness, Kernovis Vican.